This is Winston, my daughter's dog. Today we have Professor Johnstone, who's going to share with us about two things that she loves: photography of shelter dogs and ultra running. I know you will really enjoy this.
So I am a photography professor in the art department, and I have been taking photographs since I was about 13 when I got my first camera and a Happy Meal. And I realized 13 is too old to be getting Happy Meals, but that's another story. So in any case, I carried that little tiny camera with me everywhere I went, and I was photographing my friends and my family and bus stops. I was just photographing everything because I was afraid I was going to forget who I was when I got older. And that led me to studying photography in college, and I started to realize how beautiful it was to be able to document things, especially things that happen within your family. And in particular, I became really interested in sort of the family album that you might throw away. So like kind of things that you wouldn't want to remember, like fights your family might get into or or things like that. And I started to record that kind of stuff. That led me to adopting a dog, and ultimately she made her way into these family photos, and I was photographing her a lot, and a neighbor of mine saw me photographing my dog, and she said, "That's so wonderful, you've adopted a dog, you've rescued her, right?" And I said, "Yes, I've rescued her," and I had no idea what that meant. I did happen to rescue her, but only because I wanted an adult dog, not because I had some kind of do-gooder in me. So I went with her to the animal shelter, and I was astounded at how many animals they had and how each week all the animals would turn over, which means there would be a new set of animals every single week. And I kept thinking, where do all these animals come from? Where do they go? What's happening with that? And that led me to doing a lot of research and continuing to work and volunteer with the animal shelter. And ultimately, I started a new project called Landfill Dogs, which looks at the dogs who have been in the animal shelter the longest. And that project really seeks to highlight these wonderful, beautiful dogs that don't have anything wrong with them other than the fact that nobody is looking at them at all. So with photography, I hope to shine light on them and to share them. And so I encourage other people to continue to share the work as well. And so it's really kind of a fun project that can get everybody involved, because you can help these creatures out who have nobody rooting for them, and you can do it just by sharing something on social media, so it costs you nothing. And the great thing is that about 200 dogs participated in the Landfill Dogs program, and about 190 or 189 of them found homes or were sent to rescue. So I'm really happy about that and really proud of that, and I really love working with animals, and I hope to continue to do that. Okay, so I've got Stella Fruitbat here to help tell the story of Sisu, who is the dog who stole a purple unicorn from the Dollar General at Duplin County Animal Shelter. He broke into the Dollar General, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 5 times to steal the exact same purple unicorn. Dollar General called animal control, and the animal control officer came and picked him up. She found him in the parking lot. She bought him with the purple unicorn with her own money. And I was so touched by the story that I drove out to Duplin County to meet both the animal control officer and to meet the dog who tried to steal the unicorn. His name is Sisu, they named him. Sisu still had the purple unicorn. He still loved it. He was absolutely wonderful, just really charismatic dog. A rescue called Lab Rescue LRCP adopted him. They rescued him. And he is currently in Yorktown, Virginia. I drove up there last week and I got to see him again. He's been neutered. They actually found out he is a puppy. He is not a full-grown dog. And he is very fixated on toys. Sadly, the unicorn didn't make it through the last week of thunderstorms. Sisu got super nervous and chewed it up. However, he still carries the pelt. He still has the pelt. And he will be available for adoption this coming week. This here is Kato. We also call him Puddin' because he's as sweet as pudding and very slow like pudding too. Cato here was adopted from the Wake County Animal Center. He wasn't officially a landfill dog, but he would have been a landfill dog if I had ever gotten around to photographing him. Him and his brother spent about 3 months in the shelter. They were both obese, heartworm positive, and very, 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 very nervous. So a really nice woman took them both into her house to foster them. So they got a reprieve from the shelter, which was great after about a month of being there. So I am also an ultra runner. So what that means is it means that I like to run long distances, anything longer than a marathon. But my particular favorite kind of ultra marathon is what we call a 24-hour race, which means that you try to run as many miles as you can within a 24-hour period. And my best distance at that, or my best time, as you would say, but was 123.13 miles. And I keep hoping that one day I could go further, but as I get older, it's harder and harder for that to happen. I didn't start running until after I didn't start running long distances, I should say, until after I graduated from college, from undergraduate. Before that, I had only run, the farthest I'd ever run was a 10-kilometer race. I do not recommend that any student start running ultra marathons. However, once you graduate, it's a fine activity that will take you through the rest of your life, and it really makes you feel like there's nothing you cannot do in this world. It's super exciting, and you get more competitive the older you get. There's very few things in life that happen like that, but ultra running is one of them, so I wish you a long and happy run.